Good morning, friends. Are you ready for the class? All right. Let us start it. And let us start with a beautiful and a famous poem titled The Daffodils, written by the great poet William Wordsworth. Friends, while I was in the ninth standard, this was a part of our syllabus. I mean to say, this poem was a part of our syllabus. A very nice poem. Look, friends, I am going to discuss the poem at least in three parts, and this is the first part. All right. Now let us know about the poet William Wordsworth. Guys, I need your attention. The poet Wordsworth was born on 7th April 1770 in the Lake District of England. He was one of the most accomplished and influential of England's Romantic poets. His first poetry was published in 1787 in The European magazine. He, with Samuel Taylor Coleridge, wrote lyrical ballads in 1798, which is regarded as the manifesto of Romantic poetry. He claimed that poetry originates from emotions recollected in tranquility. Tranquility means calm, undisturbed, etc. He had a keen love for nature, and in support of it he wrote, "Nature never did betray the heart that loved her." He became the poet laureate in 1843, and his poetic autobiography, The Prelude, was published posthumously in 1850. So guys, this is a short introduction about the great poet William Wordsworth, and now let us move to the poem. The first stanza. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. I repeat, I wandered lonely as a cloud. Wandered means here roaming aimlessly, meandering aimlessly. That floats on high over vales and hills. Vales here means valleys. When all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Daffodils is a type of flower which is abundantly grow in the Lake District. Beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Fluttering, you can say moving, and dancing in the breeze. Breeze means mild wind, gentle wind. The poet describes his action of roaming in a state of worldly detachment when he suddenly comes upon a host of golden daffodils, flower, by the side of a lake. The daffodils, according to the poet, are dancing in the breeze. Now, I've just told that action of roaming in a state of worldly detachment. In a state of worldly detachment. Now, from where it has been evident, from the lines, wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills. That floats on high over vales and hills. That means he, the poet, is comparing himself to cloud that floats high over vales and hills. So this is the action of roaming in a state of worldly detachment. Clear? Now the second stanza. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. Tossing means shaking, and sprightly means lively. Now the flowers are countless, that is innumerable, and seem to stretch in a never ending line, that means endless. The poet compares the expansive field of the daffodils to the numerous twinkling stars of the Milky Way. They are swaying their heads in lively dance. That means the vastness, the innumerability of the flowers, daffodils, is compared to the vastness of the Milky Way. Alright, now the third stanza. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not be but gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. The waves beside them danced. That is, waves means the waves of the lake. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. Now, outdid means surpassed. Sparkling means glittering. Glee means delight. A poet could not be but gay in such a jocund company. Jocund means merry, cheerful. Company, companion. I gazed and gazed. That means, gaze means look fixedly. But little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. Now let me explain. There are waves in the lake, and the waves are also dancing, according to the poet. But the dance of the daffodils are better than the waves that send out flashes of sunlight. When comes the comparison, the dance of the daffodils is more delightful than that of the waves. In such a situation, a poet has to be happy with such a cheerful company. He looks steadily for a long time at the daffodils, but he is thoughtless because he cannot imagine that he has a wealth and how much he has benefited by such a company. Now we will find the answer in the last stanza. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, there flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. For oft means often. When on my couch I lie. Couch, it's like a sofa. In vacant means thoughtless, or in pensive mood. Pensive means thoughtful. They flash upon that inward eye. Inward eye means mental eye. Inward eye here means mental eye, which is the bliss of solitude. Bliss means here perfect joy. Solitude means lonely place. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. And the poet Wordsworth concludes by acknowledging the long-lasting impact of the beauty of nature. So profound is the effect of the scene that it leaves a long impression on his mind, and its recollection provides him mental peace and solace in many of his dark, pensive moments. Long after the experience of sighting the daffodils, the memory of the scene still brings him joy. That scene has become a permanent source of happiness for the poet. Guys, so here I just try to explain the poem, but this is not enough. In the next class we will discuss more about the poet. I beg your pardon, more about the poem. Then you will gradually understand what the poet actually wants to convey through the poem, what the poet wants to say to us from with the help of the words that he used in the poem. So we will meet in the next class, and take care of yourself. And one thing I must say to you, that after going through the class, if you want to know more about the poem, or if you have any difficulty on understanding any part of the poem, don't hesitate to text me, or even you can call me. All right, so that's it for today. See you in the next class. Thank you and bye bye.